If you have a puppy, your number one job before you teach him sit, down, stay is socialization. Socializing your puppy is your number one priority. And the reason for that is because you only have one shot to do it, and you can only do it from a certain time. That time is 8 weeks to about 4 months. And here is why. An 8-week-old puppy's curiosity level is here. Their fear level is here. And every day, it goes like this. Until their fear level is here, their curiosity level is here, bam, and they're 4 months old. Now, at 8 weeks old, generally, your dog only has one set of shots. Alright? What do we always hear? Don't take your dog out till he's had 3 sets of shots. Don't take him to puppy classes till he's had 3 sets of shots. No socialization. He's in danger of getting sick and dying. Here is the reality, okay? Your dog is more likely to have to be euthanized due to a behavioral problem that stems from lack of early socialization than he is likely to die of getting one of those diseases as a young puppy. More dogs are euthanized every year in shelters because of behavior problems that come from lack of early socialization. And again, you only have one chance to do this. So it has to start at 8 weeks. Now, I'm not telling you to go take your puppy to the dog park, to go to the beach, to go to, go hiking through the forest. We have safe places. We go to a mall where there's primarily people, where there's not going to be a lot of sick dogs. We invite people who have dogs over to our house. We walk around our local neighborhood where we know it's generally safe. There's not a lot of sick dogs. You kind of use your common sense here. You're not going to take your dog, your 8-week-old puppy, to a place that has wild animals, sick dogs, things like that. So, but we have to get them out. We have to get them out, get them exposed to the world, get them used to meeting new people and new dogs, and just being used to the world, socializing them. All right. Now, 8 weeks to 4 months. All right. Again, it has to do with the curiosity to fear level. It gets very difficult to socialize a fearful dog. A curious little 8-week-old puppy will go running right over to anything. The shots protect against those diseases. The rabies one is the craziest. Unless your dog is in a situation where there's a lot of rabid animals running around, and he's going to be unsupervised, that a raccoon could just come out of nowhere who has rabies and bite him. You don't need rabies shots to go to a socialization class, or to take your dog to a mall in the middle of the day. There's no rabies there. It's not an airborne disease. You have to be bitten by a rabid animal, and the odds of that happening are very, very low. So socialization has to start at 8 weeks, and socialization is exposing your puppy to the world. That's what it comes down to. That's really what it is. All right, exposing them to the world. Now, I have a whole PDF here in the PDF section, so definitely take a look at that, because I have an entire list of everything your puppy should be exposed to by the time he's 4 months old. Okay? It's a very big list, so do your best to get through it. Expose them to the world. Here is one thing that I want you guys to work on. 100 new people and dogs a day. I'm sorry, a month. New people, dogs, a day would be crazy. If you can do it, go for it. Good luck though. 100 new people and dogs a month, okay? This is going to guarantee that you're going to have a well-socialized dog. Now, when I say that your puppy needs to meet 100 new people and dogs, doesn't mean that people have to come over and pet them, pick them up, and give them attention for a half hour. You could be walking down the street one way with your puppy, opposite side of the street, a person's walking with their dog. Your puppy looks over and nothing bad happens and continues to walk. That's one person, one dog. That's all. It's just that you're exposing them. You expose them and nothing bad happens. And that is the next part of socialization. We want to try to keep socialization as positive as possible. Always positive, okay? We go slow, and we never force the dog into a situation they're not ready for. These are the three keys to socialization. Let me give you an example of how this can work. This is real. This is what happened with my dog when he was a puppy. He was about 8 weeks, maybe 10 weeks. We were walking down the street, and somebody was throwing away a mattress. Mattress was laying out on the curb. And we're walking, walking, walking. You know, they were waiting for the garbage man to pick it up. Walking, walking, and all of a sudden, my dog sees it, and he puts the brakes on. Completely stops walking, freezes. And what did I do? Because I want to keep it positive, we slow down, and I just stood there, and I just waited. I didn't do anything, I didn't talk to him, I just waited. And he was pretty much in that frozen stance, scared, for about 2 minutes. And then after about 2 minutes, he starts to get curious because he's a, 10-week-old or so puppy. And his curiosity level's here. And his fear level's here. And he starts to go, I wonder what that is. It's not moving, it's not making sound, maybe it's not so scary. So what did he do? He very slowly started to approach it. And he got closer and closer. And again, I wasn't forcing him into the situation. I wasn't trying to make him go. I was just standing there with the leash, letting him dictate the pace. And pretty soon now he's trying to reach with his nose and smell it, and then he's smelling it, and a few minutes later his little tail's wagging and he was jumping all over it. That probably wasn't a good idea on my part, but my point is, very slowly he got used to it. Now he has no problem with it. A few weeks later we were walking by and somebody else was throwing away a mattress, and he didn't even blink twice at it. He just walked right by it like it was nothing, because I went very slow. The whole experience was as positive as it could be. I didn't force him to approach what made him afraid, and we just naturally let his curiosity level take over. And that does the work for us. So keep this in mind when you're socializing your puppy, because there's going to be times where something bad is going to happen, or there's going to be a time where he gets scared, and how you handle that is critical, okay? Here's another example. We were at the dog park, we walked in, within about 30 seconds, my dog got attacked. Dog came over, bit him, and he went squealing, running away, my little 11-week-old puppy. And the whole park starts freaking out, oh my god, oh no, no, no. And people were getting angry with me that I wasn't freaking out, that I was acting as if nothing had just happened. And I was doing exactly what you do. Because when we walked into the park, my little puppy went in, and he went up to a big dog and said, hey you, and the big dog said, I don't want to deal with you right now. I have another video on this, the puppy license, but real quickly, puppies from 6 months and younger, older dogs will sometimes treat differently just because they know that there's something, they can tell that the dog is younger. Sometimes, however, they don't tolerate those puppy behaviors, so they will correct them. They're not going to hurt the dog, but they'll snap at them, bite at them, growl at them. This dog, when I say attacked, I'm using that word very loosely. We walked in, and the dog, barked and nipped at my dog. I don't even know if he made contact, but he did snap. My dog was squealing and running off, and I just stood there. And very slowly and very calmly, I started to approach my dog, just very slowly walking over, acting as if nothing happened, while everybody else is freaking out. And Max was looking around like he was very confused as to what just happened. And just very calmly, I just talked to him. Come on, Max, let's go. And I started walking, and I walked right by him. He was over in the corner. I walked to the corner, and I continued to walk. And I just called him. Come on, let's go. Let's keep going. And then he started to follow me. And then, I just acted like nothing had happened. And we started circling, walking around the park. And within 3 minutes, he was back to normal. His little tail was going. He was having fun. He was playing with all the dogs. Now, it's very easy for me to have been in that situation, and the second that happened, pick him up and leave the dog park and never go back, because now my dog is traumatized. No, this young little puppy has plenty of time to get used to these experiences, because that's real life. Not as much that I'd love for everything to be a positive experience. That's not real life. There's gonna be negative things that happen that are out of your control, and the way you handle it is critical. So if something bad happens, we don't let our puppy dwell on it. We don't let him just think that's how a dog park is. We continue to go back. And the next day we went back. The next day we went back. And the next day we went back. 4 days in a row, because I wanted to make sure that he got over that fear. That this is a good general rule, for every negative experience that happens in a situation, try to recreate that same situation and have 5 positive experiences. Okay. 5 positive experiences to outweigh whatever the negative experience was. Alright, so this is socialization, okay? Reminder again, go to the PDF section, because I have a huge list of everything you need your puppy to meet and be exposed to. And 8 weeks to 4 months is the most critical time, but socialization, it doesn't stop there. Socialization is the rest of your dog's life, because if you stop exposing them to things, they very easily can just simply lose socialization and develop fears or phobias of whatever it is. Okay, so keep that in mind. Even though that this is primarily for puppies, and 8 weeks to 4 months is the most critical time, socialization should continue throughout your entire dog's life. It's not as critical as it is at this time, but continue to keep it up all the way through your dog's adult life. So that's socialization, all right? Super important. Young puppies, we expose them to the world. 100 new people and dogs a month. We do it as positive as we can. We go slow, no force. Anything negative that happens, we go back. And once again, be sure to go to the PDF section, get this guide printed out even if you want, and cross it off as you go. But that'll guarantee that you get your puppy exposed to everything there is in the world, and you have a well-socialized dog as an adult. Hi, and welcome to part 1 of this 4-part video series. I just want to take a little second here just to introduce myself real quick. I don't want to make this video too much about me. My name is Alex Centenion.